guys, I'm Eric Goldman, managing editor at Fandom, and welcome to the Comic-Con at Home panel for The 100. I had the pleasure of moderating the first ever panel for The 100 7 years ago, and it is an honor to be able to do this panel as they go into their final episodes. So let's get to it and bring on our panelists. She plays Octavia Blake. Please welcome Marie Avgeropoulos. Hey there, Marie. How's it going?
It's going great. I've become a professional gardener, and I'm getting used to isolation like my character has this season.
Nice.
Art imitates life.
Right. She plays Raven Reyes. Hello there, Lindsay Morgan. He plays John Murphy. Let's welcome Richard Harmon. Hello,
Hi.
Richard. She plays Eka. Welcome, Tassia Tellis.
Hello.
Hello there. He plays Jordan Green. Hi there, Shannon Cook.
Hey.
Hello. Now, he used to play Russell. This time, he's playing Shade Haida. Things change a lot on the 100. Hello to J.R. Bourne.
Hey, guys.
And she plays Hope Dioza. Welcome, Shelby Flannery.
What's up?
Freshman.
And lastly, we have the 100's executive producer and showrunner. Hi there, Jason Rothenberg.
Hey guys. Oh, those beautiful people. Hey, Eric. How are you, buddy?
I'm good. Thank you all for joining us today. There's a lot that we're going to try to pack in here as we talk about the final season of the 100. Jason, let me start with you. You're wrapping up this heavily serialized show. There's 7 years of it. So what were sort of your priorities this season as far as what did you want it to accomplish? What were sort of things you knew you wanted to do knowing this was it?
Well, I mean, we definitely started the season wanting to kind of make sure that we didn't leave anything on the field, meaning there were certain unanswered questions over the seasons that we wanted to answer. And since I know people are seeing this after, I think, the first maybe 10 episodes have aired, you already have seen the prequel, so you know that that episode kind of fills in a lot of blanks. Why was the bunker empty when they opened it in season 4? Just being, one sort of question that I always had that we needed to answer this year. And also, the ending of a story is the moral of that story, and we really wanted to say something with this season, which I think when people do get to the end and see how the story ends, they'll perhaps come to look at the whole series differently. Like we were not just saying people are awful and will do anything to protect their loved ones and kill anybody who's taken their stuff, which is unfortunately a big part of human nature. We're kind of making more of a statement about that without getting into too many details because I don't want to ruin it.
Look, characters change a lot on the 100, as I was mentioning a little bit in the intros, but I feel like no one's changed more than Octavia. So Marie, for you, this season's interesting because she has this new family dynamic, and I feel like maybe she was sort of more centered than we've seen Octavia before. So what's it like for you to play this incarnation of Octavia?
It was a pleasure for me to play Octavia again because she's always changing her dynamics every single year. But this year, because, we've seen her become a warrior and she was off the walls a bunch of times and then she was trying to figure out who her family was. And this year it was really cool to play a very nurturing, self-actualized version of herself because it's something we can all relate to right now. Being in isolation, they're on Skyring. She understands exactly what Bellamy meant all these years just by being in isolation, because when you're in isolation, you're forced to think about your own stuff. I won't swear. So, and then of course, then there's Hope, lovely Shelby, and making this new makeshift family. And actually she gets to utilize the tools that Bellamy taught her to parent. So I thought that was a really nice, softer version that we haven't seen before of Octavia.
I'm training so I can help you save your brother.
My brother doesn't even know I'm gone yet. 6 years for us is like a blink of an eye where he is.
That means we have time for you to make me like you.
Now, meanwhile, Raven, she had some dark stuff to deal with this season. She's been this great character as far as like helping them out at the, she comes through with a lot of solutions for them. But this season, she had to kind of face a gauntlet that a lot of other characters have had to do of making a terrible, terrible choice. Lindsay, you had a great scene with Raven and Clark where they kind of talked about this. Where do you think her head's at now going forward?
Raven's great in the sense that she is so smart, but sometimes being so smart, it doesn't always give you the opportunity to learn. And I think we saw in the last seasons, Raven was, Miss Morality and calling everybody out for their and judging them and judging people unjustly so because she hadn't been in their situation. So now that she has, and she's had to make these impossible choices that we've seen Bellamy and Clark and Octavia and everyone of the 100 has really made, Raven gets a real, a taste of the gray, as one of the lines said, the world of gray that Richard said so beautifully. When she
added a "the" in that line.
The what? The world of gray? Sorry, Jason. I don't remember Richard's line.
No, Richard on camera in the episode added a "the" that wasn't in the script, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Let him know now.
It was great.
No, I remember messing it up on the day constantly.
Anyways, this is my question, guys. No, but basically, she had that beautiful scene with Clark where I was really happy because it gave her a chance to tell Clark, I understand you now, and in a new way I've never been able to before, and I'm sorry. So it's been a big lesson for Raven, big learning for her.
And then meanwhile, we've got Murphy, who he's certainly changed from what we met, but it's been really interesting because even that he's done sort of more heroic things, that self-preservation instinct is always there. There's always kind of this push-pull, but it feels like maybe he's kind of gone to a place where he's more embracing that heroic side. What do you think, Richard?
Well, yeah, I think, there's been a lot of wrinkles added this season that I don't think Murphy saw coming, which was kind of the pleasure of playing him this season is him falling ass backwards into a leadership role, which is something that I haven't been able to do with him yet, which I've always kind of been curious is what he would be like, which is obviously, first and foremost, is reluctant. He's a reluctant leader, undoubtedly.
But the others better come back soon because I'm getting tired of being the hero.
But then as time kind of goes on, I think you kind of see him start to almost care about what happens to these people that he didn't even know at the beginning of the season, and these people he's leading. And so that was kind of the pleasure of it. So yeah, I think he has changed in a lot of ways. He's still that same old Murphy down inside, and I think we have to kind of wait and find out as everything's wrapping up to see, where his allegiances to himself and everyone else kind of really lie.
Tassia, what can you say about Echo as she moves forward, having sort of experienced something like this for the first time?
Yeah, I mean, I think it definitely is triggering for her to go through something where she loses the one person she's allowed herself to, really love and open herself up to. Bellamy means everything to her, and she's, a very loyal character. If you're in her family, I mean, the thing with Orlando that was upsetting for her, not only, Hope and Gabriel, was that she loved Orlando as well, but the choice came down to Bellamy or my new friend Orlando, who might ruin this whole big plan of us going to Bordeaux because of his, former ties and relationships there.
2.5 minutes to spare. It's time to go.
No. He knew that girl. Trained her, I'm guessing. How many more people will he know on the other side? I have to save Bellamy.
And her big challenge this season is figuring out who she is without someone to follow, without, being the right hand to somebody. And that's a scary thing, I think, because Echo is she's such a highly skilled, trained killer. So we'll see what happens there.
And then you make friends with the girl you chucked off a cliff. It's like the best.
We high-fived a couple times. We cuddled.
Yes.
With a little spoon.
Toss really, there were some big changes that happened last minute this season as we started to make the season. And a lot of responsibility fell on Toss to be able to really do more than we've ever asked her to do before. And she crushed it. She was just so dialed in from day one. I was really proud of you all season, Toss. And so thank you for that, for sure.
Thank you.
I think if you can't bond with the person who pushed you off the cliff, who can you bond with? One of the
as the saying goes.
Shannon, we got to know Jordan last season, but I really like this season, sort of seeing him on this mission with Clark's group, planet hopping, and also getting to see him sort of bounce off some different characters. Are you enjoying that? And getting to see what is his dynamic like with these different people?
Yeah, it's been very exciting to see how Jordan's going to now align this season after coming off of the ship and going through a few things in season 5. I've almost sometimes compared him to the journey of the spirit. Like, he came from a very balanced environment of love and then has decided to propel himself into a different circumstance of, I guess, testing his experience with, more primitive temptations of the flesh, existence of being in a human body, actually being human instead of being in a perfect environment. And he is very idealistic, especially coming from his background and wanting to do good like everyone wants to. But then, when you actually put to the test, as we've seen with Raven in the last few episodes, the decisions are not as easy. So it's interesting for myself as an actor and a person to see how I would experience or play Jordan in imperfection, because right now he's quite perfect and untainted. He hasn't hurt anyone yet or anything like that. And he has some parallels with Hope, who I find a very exciting character. They're both outsiders, but being an outsider, you bring a fresh perspective, a different perspective, especially because his baggage is different, his experience is different to what the whole crew has experienced together. But also trying to elevate what his parents were and what is his history and his what they were to what he will be as his own man. There's, after being adjusted, there's now more interesting things to explore. That's still to come.
And real spirituality to Shannon as a person, and a sort of groundedness to him as an actor. And this season, he's really exploring really what's at the root of the culture in Bardo. Bardo is training, we now know, for this war to end all wars, what may or may not be the last war the human race ever fights. And he thinks that's crap. He doesn't believe it. He doesn't buy it. And he's, he saw something when he was adjusted, and it's definitely kind of got him on a journey that takes us all the way to the finale, and proves to be, I think, I won't say very much about it, but proves to be pivotal.
JR, you are another great example of change on the 100. You've only been on the show for 2 years, and you've played 2 completely different characters. What was it like for you just even coming into season 7 and learning, hey, Russell's gone, you're going to be playing this completely different character? Has it been interesting for you to see this incredible transition?
It's beyond interesting and beyond anything that I've, it's one thing to play different characters on different shows, but to do it on the same show with the same sort of family, that was a brand new experience, and what a gift. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. It was a lot.
You're doing so well this season. Oh my God. It's so fun to watch you.
So fun to do.
Great to watch too. I mean, obviously, I get to see every take of every performance, and JR gives us choices. And I have to say, there are some huge Shade Hater moments, and he's called me and he said, am I doing too much? Am I going too far? And my answer has been, listen, I feel like you have to go for it in order to find it, And so he definitely, talk about leaving it all on the field. He definitely leaves it all on the field. There's nothing unexplored. I often choose a lesser big version, but maybe on the blooper reel we'll show some of the Shade Haters.
On and off the field, I've seen JR offset, by his trailer, running his lines, and I just really thrive, fed off of your passion, running your lines, and you breaking down every word and how present you were in every single take, and on camera, off camera, alone. I'm spying on you, just absorbing your energy. It was really a thrill to work with you, JR.
I've loved tried directing him. It's it's amazing. You can play with all the gears of the Ferrari.
Shelby, we got a glimpse at Hope at the end of last season, but what was it like for you to really kind of jump into this show 7 years in? It's the final season, but be very immersed. Your character is obviously a big part of the season. So was it a kind of just hit the ground running situation?
Yeah, I mean, I got super lucky though, and you see her whole childhood like pretty much immediately.
Yeah.
So I got to, as I write my bio and as I'm getting all this this beautiful, beautiful context of her life, it made it a lot easier for me. Like Jason said, everything kind of shifted right away, so that was also a challenge. But I mean, an amazing acting exercise. Yeah, I mean, immerse is what you have to do, right? Like you have to throw yourself in 100% in order to find the magic. And the cast made it a lot easier on me because they're all incredibly accepting and loving, as you see. So yeah.
Shelby, can I just say, Shelby, this was your first job, right? Out of drama school?
Yes.
Yeah. And so last season, on her first day, was our last day of shooting. It was the scene where she shows up and stabs Octavia.
She's here. Dioza? Hope. I couldn't get out of it. He has my mother. I'm so sorry, Octavia.
Octavia, what's happening?
Be brave. Tell him it's done. Knife!
Oh, no.
Find me.
Octavia. And it was like a 16 or a 17-hour day, which is ridiculous. And everybody was tired and everybody was cranky. And I feel like I had to apologize to her afterwards because on her first day of work, it was like the biggest show day we've ever had.
You started shooting at like 8 a.m., right?
Shouldn't have, but it did.
What better way to get introduced to the 100, though?
All in.
But anyway,
Welcome.
So I didn't really know how good she was going to be. I mean, I thought her auditions were great and she was really good in that scene, but it was like not a real good yardstick for what was going to be a very, very crucial role. And I have to say, like, you're such an interesting actor, and I feel like it feels like you've been doing this for forever, really. So
Totally.
you also saved our assets in just sort of showing up and being able to carry as much material as we gave you this year.
You made it very easy to love you, pal.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah, you guys referencing, obviously, you're on set, things are changing, and you film episodes out of order anyway. But this season has definitely been interesting to track as far as some of the not time travel, but jumping sort of back and forth chronologically, sort of seeing what happened. We jump a few weeks back, a few months back. So for all the cast, but mostly Marie, Tassia, and Shelby, because it's your characters a lot, has it been a little confusing at times to kind of chart?
I mean, the hair made it easier.
The hair, that's true.
Whenever I forgot what time zone, I'm like, what do I have on my head? Like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It was that one episode when it was like 2 time zones parallel. That was a bit confusing, yeah. But
Who wants to answer that one first?
Do you guys all have crazy writing on your trailer wall to try to track it?
They actually had a good one in the hair and makeup trailer that I would just
yeah.
That was my little cheat.
Yeah, it's like when you read the funnies in the morning and then there's the crossword puzzle and you can kind of okay, and then start your day like that.
So obviously everyone couldn't be here today, but we have a very special message we'd like to play from a couple of people you are definitely going to recognize.
Hi guys, Chuku here. Just wanted to jump on and say I'm so sorry that I couldn't participate in the panel. I really wish I could have been there. Thank you for watching the show. Thank you for supporting the show. Thank you for getting the show to season 7. Without you guys, this wouldn't be a thing for me. The show wouldn't be a thing. You guys are everything. So thank you. Stay healthy, stay happy. Sending you love.
Hey guys, hope you're enjoying the 100 panel for Comic-Con at home. I know that personally we've both had an amazing time at Comic-Con over the last 7 years representing the 100.
And it's been great getting to know all the fans over the last 7 years and seeing you all grow up into fine young adults. Hopefully, when it's safe to do so, we'll get to do it again.
Absolutely. Be safe out there, wear a mask.
I've got my hat.
Wear a hat. That's optional.
Optional.
And may we meet again. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you guys so much for that. I do have a couple fan questions I want to put in here for some folks. And so at Donnie Lederer asked that how the show from the start had no qualms about killing off characters audiences had grown attached to. So he wanted to know, were any of you ever scared that the storyline was leaning that way for your character, or did you come to peace with that possibility early on that might be your path on the 100?
You gotta be at peace with it, for sure.
Am I the only one who like had kind of constant fear that I was about to get killed off?
Oh, I didn't know I was going to get some episodes.
I was like every script, every script that landed, I was like, it's today.
I was so hoping, Tassie, you were going to say, was I the only one that never had a fear I was going to get?
I felt pretty relaxed.
If I ever call you guys for anything, is that what you're thinking? Is this that call?
I don't like seeing your name on my cell phone. I'm like, why is he calling me? I know I'm the Honda Civic that just keeps going. I see your phone number, I'm like, oof, what did I do now?
A Honda Civic that just keeps going. That's
well, they do. They're great on gas. They keep going. They're consistent.
Oh yeah, those things are
like golden retrievers.
I just remember season 4 when Raven was like losing her brain was deteriorating.
Mm-hmm.
People on the crew started saying goodbye to me. And I was like, should I be worried? Like I
so
like,
mean.
I'm gonna die soon.
Shannon meditated and had a conversation with the universe. He knew he was safe. So
I made peace with it.
Yeah.
I thought I died when I got stabbed. I wasn't sure, but you come into the show and you know that it's like an ensemble. There's such a big story. So, you know, Christopher gave me some advice on keeping that in mind, what the show is actually about. And you're ready to die. I thought I died for a while, but it's not personal.
Maybe Murphy in season 1 too. There were.
I thought you were going to kill me, or you called me to set 2 scenes before I had to shoot on my last day of shooting for season 1, and it was getting stabbed in the leg. And I was
what did I say to you?
This is going to get really bad. And they're like, Jason wants to talk to you on set. And I was like, oh, is it time to like do the scene? They're like, no. He just wants to talk to you. I was like, oh, he's going to kill me. Sure. Well, it was a good run. It was great. I thought you were going to go like, it's no longer your leg. It's going to go right into your neck. So thanks for sticking around for the first season. And then that was the day you told me you wanted me to be a series regular.
Aww.
Yeah. I cried.
It was the opposite.
I kept watching because I was just dying for Murphy to die before I was on the show. And then I kept watching because I already liked Murphy. How did that happen?
We obviously have said goodbye to a lot of people along the way on the 100. And we actually have another video we're going to show you right now. You might recognize some of these faces.
Hey guys, it's me, Sarah Thompson, aka Josephine Lightborn, my better half. We're doing good. We're up here in TV heaven, and we're having a blast. But I miss you guys, I have to say. I'm here to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for all your love and support. Not only for my character, but for me. Some of the people that I've met in this process, I have no words. I'm just so grateful that you guys exist. And I couldn't be happier to be a part of it. And thank you. Thank you, and may we meet again.
Hey, it's Sinclair here. Just giving a shout out to all the fans. Thanks for all your support. Well, Sinclair met an early demise. At least he got a first name eventually, posthumously. And now, may we meet again. 1, 2, 3, grounder!
is game.
That, my friend, is poison sumac.
Jeez, Finn, thank you.
Don't worry, they're not dangerous. They're medicinal. Calming, actually.
Hey, you wear glasses?
Nope, 20/20 vision. Finn gave it to me. He said I look cool. No.
Okay, I gotta know what you two did to get busted.
Sumac's not the only herb in the garden, if you know what I mean.
Someone forgot to replace what we took.
Someone's apologized like 1,000 times.
Okay, you were saying?
Can we eat it? Guys, I'm kidding. Good.
May we meet again.
Oh, hey there! You may recognize me from such seasons as 1 through 5 Harper McIntyre. What up, San Diego Comic-Con at-home version? I'm Chelsea Reese, sending you love from Vancouver, Canada. I haven't seen you in a while, not since season 5. But I've been following along because I'm also genuinely a fan of this show. So thank you, Jason Rothenberg. Thank you, CW Network. Thank you, Warner Brothers, for creating a show that makes me feel empowered, strong, and kick-ass as a female. I didn't know if I could swear there, I got quiet on it. Thank you for creating such a wild ride that makes me feel like 5 minutes into watching, I've just hit the treadmill at the gym. And thank you, fans, for following along in such a wild journey. Thank you for your support. Your support helped me grow, helped Harper grow, helped her love with Monty grow, which grew into Jasper, and, well, they saved humanity, so, I mean, you're welcome for that. Thank you, everyone involved. This truly has been an experience that I'll never forget. It's a lovely moment in my life, and I hope that it's a memorable one for you too. May we meet again.
The 100. Ah, man. Wow. 7 seasons. That's amazing. When I think about the 100, I think about 3 things. I think about that pilot script and what Jason was able to put together there. It was so fresh. It was so new. It was like nothing I had read in any other pilot season. And I just, as soon as I read it, I knew that it was going to be, extremely successful. And then as my auditioning process started to go along and it looked like I might actually have an opportunity to be on the show, I was really excited because it was just so unique and creative and just inspiring. And the second thing I think about is the cast. I mean, I can't name everybody, but just Eliza and Bob and just so many people that I got the chance to spend time with when we were up there shooting. And they were just such great people, just so hardworking, just so loving and so caring and just such nice people. Devin, hilarious. And the third thing and the most important thing that I think about and the thing that I always take with me and keep with me the most are the fans. You guys have been so amazing and so supportive. My run on the show, it was special to me, but it was, I feel like, even more special because you guys kept it alive and you guys made it special and you guys continue to reach out and continue to tell me how much you loved Wells and you loved the character and how much that tone continued throughout the show and had an impact on the rest of the series. And so as an artist, that really makes me happy. So I love you guys, and it's been quite a journey. And yeah, all right, take care, all the best.
What's up, the 100 fans? It's your favorite character, Charles Pike. Don't try to deny it. We all know deep down inside, there's love for Pike. Listen, I just want to say quickly thank you to Jason and for the writers for creating what I thought was an invigorating, electrifying, and layered character. I loved playing Charles Pike. I loved it. I really did. I love the cast. Many of you know some of them are very close friends of mine. The crew was awesome. I love Vancouver. Very professional up there. I'd work there anytime. And I want to thank you, the fans, for your passionate following of the show. And whichever way you went, we know that 98.999% of you went against Charles Pike. It's okay. I'm an old man. I can take it. I'm glad that I had the opportunity to be a part of such a great show. And I hope you all enjoyed this send-off because it's for you. So thank you very much, and you guys take care of yourselves.
What's up, what's up? It's your boy Zach McGowan here. Might know me as Roan, or Prince Roan, or King Roan, or one of those. Just sending love to the 100 fandom. Thank you for embracing me as a character and as a person, as a part of the fandom. It always means so much when people embrace you for not only your work, but for who you are in reality. So, sending so much love your way, right back at you all. And, if you ever see me out and about, don't be afraid to say what's up. Until then, may we meet again.
Hi, everyone. This is Nadia, or Luna. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being such outstanding, amazing, supportive fans. And I miss you all, and I hope I'll see you all again. I'm so grateful for you. You taught me so much, and I love you all so freaking much. And thank you, guys. May we meet again.
Hello, fans of the 100. I give you this message in a bit of a melancholy stage. It's been 7 seasons, 7 years. And I have to say that the 5 seasons that I contributed to that show in the portrayal of Jaha was probably one of the most giving and unforgiving challenges that I could have ever had as an artist. It's a wonderful treatise on what human beings can do, the hard decisions that have to be made to survive as humankind. I like to think that we were ahead of the curve in making statements on how we can survive and move forward and do what we do best. And that is to find love, to find a common ground, and to move forward. And we did that. I'm proud of that. And I'd just like to say, may we meet again. Love you. Thank you all for all the support. Ciao.
Hi everyone, it's Alicia. We've all gone through a lot with this show, and I'm sad that it's coming to an end. This was such a hugely important part of my life, of my career, and so much of that is because of you guys. We couldn't have done this show without you. You're the most incredible fans, and I feel so honored to be a part of a show that was spearheaded with the most extraordinary, passionate, loyal, loving fans. I think this entire cast, the crew of the 100, has been the most extraordinary family. And they're the most talented, wonderful people. And we have the most talented, wonderful, beautiful fans. And although the show is coming to an end, I think we've all really shared something so special that is going to live on and on for a really long time. I just thank you so much for supporting me, and I feel very honored and grateful that I got to play Lexa. And although we went through a big journey with her, she lives on in you guys, and I'm forever grateful for that. So sending lots of love. Hope you're all staying safe, and may we meet again.
Hi. Welcome to Comic-Con 2020. Doesn't get more sci-fi than this, does it? With any journey, let's start at the beginning. Brilliant visionary, Jason Rothenberg. That vision was translated to writers, equally as brilliant, who wrote words for an incredible cast, who took those words and brought them to life. Here's where you come in. You guys, you were able to hear what we were saying. You were able to relate to what we were saying. Biggest part of that, you were heard. We couldn't have done it without you. I was heard, every actor was heard, no matter if it wasn't the same sci-fi vision, we were all heard. We couldn't have done it without you. Everyone knows that. So with complete gratitude and love, I say thank you for hearing me. Thank you for letting my message, Jason Rothenberg's, all of the writers, all the actors, thank you. We couldn't have done it without you. Brilliant line, hope is everything. Truly. Keep your hope. Not may we meet again. We will meet again.
So we have another fan question here from Mikey SR99, who asked, did you take anything from set? I know one of you did, because we saw...
Show us.
There we go.
I'll see you, Murphy, and raise you one flame box.
Ah.
Oh, you have the flame box?
As was the one thing I wanted.
Alexa fell.
The one that
I want my sword. Damn it. I want my sword.
This is so lame, but I took a spoon.
I have some other stuff.
A spoon. Yeah.
It was a wooden spoon that we ate jellyfish with. It was so cool. It was like,
it's a space spoon.
First,
I want this spoon. This spoon is mine.
Eric, it's funny that question came up because right before we started, I moved recently here, and now I've got a yard, and as I'm sort of planning this yard, this is from last season, but Josie, who
Miss Josie.
One of our wardrobes. She the human being on just but she took the shot from last season, and that was Russell Prime chilling, and I'm trying to find those chairs. So I'm googling Buddhist meditation. I'm googling the 100 Russell Prime lounge chair yard. That didn't work either.
Yeah, right.
I wish that I had stolen those.
Yeah.
I wish I had stolen those.
Oh, you wanted those, man. Those stayed outside the entire season, no matter what.
Yeah,
those things are just pure mold at this point. You don't
Yeah,
want.
they're stinky.
Good point.
You do not.
I
Want
took home my Raven iconic orange jacket from season
Hell
1.
yeah!
And I took my leg brace, which
Oh, wow.
which I won a bronze.
Your leg brace?
I want one of
You're
my.
the only one that got nothing.
Lori, gotta get you something.
I did 100 episodes of the 100, and all I got was this T-shirt that I made myself.
I have Echo
got
jacket, but I also went to get everybody's chair backs. So I have all of your chair backs.
What? I'm so regretful for not grabbing that.
Stealing stuff.
Yeah.
She'll sell them to you each.
That's so you.
Dear God, give me my sword. I'm telling you now, and there's witnesses now.
Richard, I never took that fly jacket. That Murphy.
I mean, I could go looking for it.
Okay.
I'll come with you. I'm really.
I won't stop you.
Ass, I think you have enough stuff.
Probably like 12.
For emotional support.
So I have a funny question here from Ashmosis1 at Ashmosis1, who asks a question where I feel like the answer has to be no unless you're psychic, but I still kind of want to know your answer, which is, judging by your first day, did you think the story would become what it is today?
Yes.
I had no idea what was
0%
Can I get a hell no?
Not even in my craziest no.
There's never been a bigger no that I could give you in my life. No.
We have another question here from at BTS Comics, who asked, what is your favorite thing to do on set while on break?
Eat Nutella.
Tassia's answer is eat Nutella.
I'll let you guys answer for me because we all know.
Takes like scoops of Nutella, puts it in the cup.
Nala was a puppy, so I just run back and try and make sure I walked her because I was worried she was going to wreck the trailer. I had like these grass patches that I brought in, and I was worried she would do something like pee or poop in the wrong place. But I'd bring like exercise bands and like a sword and things to practice like an instrument or martial arts or stretch, but I never did it. We used to sit in the sun and like chat to Richard. Richard's always outside entertaining people, having a chat and a cigarette.
Yeah. See, that was what I was like, I can't really say mine. I don't want to influence the kids.
Even when Richard
JR and I would hug sometimes.
Yep. I would hug back. Even when Richard wasn't, even if you were working a date, sometimes I'd just come out to check. Is he here?
Yeah. I was always around. I'm going to go there later today.
And JR, we know you like relaxing in those chairs.
Yeah.
Oh, we had a playground on Sanctum.
We did the
swing set. That was my fave, or the hammocks.
That set was spectacular. Sanctum really was. You couldn't in sixth season. I think we all sort of felt that when we first walked on, it was like, oh yeah, this.
So, guys, as we near the end here, I had a couple last group questions. Anyone jump in questions? First off, which is this show obviously has very loving fans. People have really connected to these characters. What's that been like for you to interact with them and sort of see how much they have connected to these people through the years, or recently if you joined the show more recently?
It's a whole new world for me.
Yeah, Shelby, how's it been for you?
Yeah, that's what I was like, I want to hear it for you, Shelby, because you're the
I don't even know what to say. I mean, it's I thought it would be more overwhelming than it is, but because you want to be liked, and I just had no idea what it would be like to have this much attention. But it's all positive things, and the fans are so sweet. So I don't know. It's pretty great.
Mm-hmm. There's something beautiful, but I mean, this ties into where we are in the world right now and what's going on.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah, that made it easier for me to kind of.
Yeah, our demographic, I believe, and it was is of the younger generation more so. I would say, right? Everybody would agree.
Yeah.
And they are the ones that have a lot more figured out than some others. So it's unbelievably positive. I think we all agree, right? Unbelievably positive, unbelievably loving. And the amazing thing is they see through all the crap that has been written for these characters over the 7 years and what it looks like dark and horrifying things to do. But Jason's always beautifully kind of done that yang to the yin, which is the love that's behind it and the struggle and the very human sort of thing that I think that the fans of the 100 absolutely relate to, and they see it in this world as well that's going on right now.
I would say that myself and the writers, we are the lightning rods. They get all the love they deserve, and we take we will take the blame for the things that people maybe aren't as happy about sometimes. So my Twitter feed is not always in love like theirs is.
I will say though that and it was interesting when we first made it, because especially in season 1, because it was kind of like, at least for me, it was my first big like primetime show, and I didn't really know what it was going to be like or what it was going to look like. And then it came out and we got such this really great response, in the sense of we were doing something really new. And then we started doing like the fan conventions, which is a whole nother world in itself, where we actually got to meet people that saw it. And it's crazy because when you're on set and you're filming, you're kind of in a bubble. Like, crew watches you, or you have your castmates, everyone knows you and they're seeing what you're making. Like, it's like you're watching the sausage get made. You're not really impressed by the sausage. You're like, this is it. Or like, we're just trying things out. And then when you get to meet people that it has impacted their lives in such a way to where they're so passionate about a story and about these characters and the people that make them and play it, it really was mind-blowing and really was you know, like, wow, my art, Jason's art, all of our art has touched people's lives in significant ways. So it suddenly became more than just like, we're making a TV show. It was more like, we're creating art, and this art is like, I feel like when I portray and I act and portray Raven, I give a bit of my heart in that, because it's a bit of me in Raven. And when other people can accept that and accept you into their heart, it's a really, it can be a really beautiful thing. So I'm really happy about the positive impact the show has made on a lot of people, and really empowered a lot of people, especially a lot of young girls out there. So I'm really proud of this show and this legacy that the 100 has created and is.
Sometimes you get to meet people at the conventions, and they tell you their story of how they've dealt with, they've gone through sicknesses, or they've found their life partner through being in the fandom together. And then you get these stories, and you have to like walk away because you're suddenly crying, and you're supposed to be chatting to everyone all cheerfully, and it rocks you. It's a curveball. You also feel a bit weird taking all that love, because it's like, I didn't write this. It's a full show made by many people, a big cast, a crew that's there day and night. But you try and channel their story, or what they're going through, or who they are. And when you're doing these characters, you're channeling that story. A piece of you is in there, but you're also channeling something outside of yourself, above, below yourself, whatever it may be. But, you know, fandoms, I've gone through different shows like Degrassi, Carmilla, Shadowhunters. They have fandoms, and you experience them being there, and then them not being there, and then them being loving, and then them suddenly being very hateful, or seeing your cast have all these hateful words, and how they deal with that. And I admire a lot of the cast, seeing how they've dealt, and Jason, how they've dealt with the ups and downs of how people respond to things. And that's part of the courage of jumping into this sphere, I guess, is you have to be okay with being judged. You're liked or you're not liked. And sometimes we're really liked, but that can suddenly, this fine line between love and hate, suddenly people don't like you a lot. And there's a lot of pressure. So you just try and just stay in your own zone as to what you're doing and who you are, but it gets confusing. And then suddenly you're humbled by meeting these people at these conventions, and you get to touch. That's why I'm glad we're doing this, but it is really wonderful to get to connect with people in person. And it feels, just so you know, when we do meet you, we're trying to channel everything, but it's so fast. You're trying to get to chat to everyone. And I'm trying to give you, I don't know anything about you. I'm trying to I don't know you, but I'm trying to know you right now. But it is a special thing for us to get to chat to everyone. And we would, you know, having been on some things that don't have a big support base, it is, the show is completely different without the fandom, without the people sharing their relation, their experience, how they connect to the show. You are a huge part of all of this. So I thank you. It's been a short run for me, but it's been very inspirational to see everyone before, now, and after, you know, to see everyone working and to connect with you all.
Well, it's completely synergetic, isn't it? Like, an actor needs an audience. And going back on what you said about, you know, the fear of not being liked sometimes, it's like that can get in the way. But paradoxically, that's also why people who watch it fall in love with a character, is because they're human. And it's a mirror, and they see, oh, they're flawed, and I still have an attraction to them for some reason. And there's like a sense of accepting of who you are when you see that, when you see a life played out that you can relate to. That's why acting is like the world's most personal art form, in my opinion.
I think it's also just story. Like, I think we as humans naturally gravitate to story because it's easier for us to comprehend our lives. Like, I think we're always trying to understand ourselves more, our lives more, our world more, each other more. And when we see stories, they inspire us or motivate us or resonate with us. And, you know, it's very, like Shelby was saying, it's deeply personal. And, you know, like I said, I'm very proud of everything we've been able to create over the last 7 years.
Cassie, I think you were going to say something a minute ago.
I mean, I was just going to build on that kind of synergistic relationship that one makes with the audience, because it definitely came as a surprise to me. I didn't realize how much inspiration I was going to receive from the audience, and how much love and support and enthusiasm, and that together we've done a lot of beautiful things, you know, as a collective because of the show. You know, we have Eliza's school in Kotao. We have like Sachin's anti-bullying campaign. We have all like Lindsay, you do work in mental health, and everybody has, you know, something that they're standing for, and charities and organizations, and fans have come up to me and they've, you know, decided to raise money to save like pandas in Japan and all of these beautiful gifts, because there's so much enthusiasm and so much love and so much support behind us from the show. So that's been just a huge part of the joy of being a part of this series.
Absolutely. I just think equality is so important, and I'm just so happy to be proud, and I know all of you and my wonderful castmates that I've had the wonderful opportunity, and Jason, you as well, and everybody else behind the scenes that have just made this collaboration work, to be part of a diverse show that's been diverse since day one. So I think that's really important, and I'm really proud to be a part of that team, 100%.
Badass women too.
Guys, we are all out of time, but I want to thank you so much for being here today. Thanks for everyone watching. The 100, of course, airs on Wednesday nights. We got a few more weeks to find out how it's all going to end. I'm very excited to see it. Guys, thank you again for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eric.
Eric.
Bye, guys. I miss you
Bye,
all.
everybody.
Miss you guys.